This really cool guitar piece is very short, as you can tell. This is Cruel Sister, a traditional English ballad done by dozens of people over the years, but the version I was familiar with, and many of you, would have been Pentangle's from their 1970 album Cruel Sister. This was their fourth album, I believe, and didn't do very well. And they kind of reverted back. The previous album, Basket of Light, kind of became a big hit because of a tune called Light Flight that became used in some English TV series and things like that. And so that kind of put them on the map and the musical radar of a lot of people over there. This album, and that album was pretty heavily produced. This is, of course, John Renbourn, Bert Jansch, Jacqui McShee, Terry Cox, and Danny Thompson, the five people in Pentangle. And this album had a couple of more traditional ballads. It included the 18.5-minute version of a tune that Bert had done called Jack Orion, takes up a whole side, and then a couple of beautiful tunes of Jackie singing A Maid That's Deep in Love, and Renbourn playing Lord Franklin, which I may get to a lesson on that, another one, and then the title tune, Cruel Sister. Now this song it's a very short, it's an 8-measure chord progression with, I didn't count the verses, but there's like 20. And then a short little instrumental. That we're going to take a really specific look at. And that instrumental, the little interlude, only happens about 3 times throughout the song, because it still goes on for 7 minutes, because it takes a long time to tell these stories in the format that a lot of old English ballads are. That is what we might call a refrain, because there's a line of lyrics, there was a lady by the North Seashore, and then what I'm calling refrain A, lay the bent to the bonny broom. Then an answering line, two daughters were the babes she bore, fa la 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 la, etc. So the second and fourth lines are always the same, just like in a tune that you've got to be familiar with, Scarborough Fair, where the second line is always parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, and the last line is then she'll be a true love of mine, with all these impossible tasks. Now this story, Cruel Sister, was also known as the Two Sisters, and it basically, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but in a nutshell, it's told lots and lots of different ways. Two sisters are being wooed by the same knight, and one decides to drown the other, and then marries the knight. And the drowned sisters' body washes up. They build a harp out. They have some minstrels put a harp together out of her bones, and the harp gets returned to the father's house somewhere down the line, and starts playing by itself and exposes the murderous sister. Anyway, you can read the lyrics and sing along if you like, but what we're really just going to do here is break down. This was Bert Jansch, I believe, playing this guitar part, and it's just a normal alternating bass part in an unusual time, and a lot of people have trouble playing this because of, we'll be counting this out very carefully, but it's essentially 6 beats at pretty fast speed per measure. And so I'm considering these bass notes quarter notes, and that 3 of those in a measure gives us our time signature. What I have put down in my tab is 3/2 time. So it means 3 half notes in a measure, and the half notes are going along at about 80 beats per second. But there are 2 bass notes per this. So I essentially have 6 bass notes on each chord, which are A minor, G, A minor, E minor, A minor, G for 4 beats or 2 half notes, and then the refrain B, when they're singing fa la la la, we have this cool little guitar vamp that goes with it. So, aside from normal finger picking, we've just got that little ditty there, and then the interlude that I'll break down note for note. So you may have enough to already figure it out, because really what Bert was doing on the guitar was playing the melody. there you have the whole melody, most of which gets incorporated into the picking. So we'll break this down over the next couple of relatively short segments, I think, but we're going to be taking a look at Cruel Sister.